McDonald's, Wendy's,
damn near everything.
Processed
Your
food.
best thing you can do is try to get the best, try to get it all natural, try to eat the greens, eat the fruits.
Try to grow it yourself.
You know, try to make fresh fish. But then again, you might go get you some fish. But how do you know that fish wasn't one of them that came from down south where they had the oil spill? You know what I'm saying? So you don't know if it's full of mercury, oil, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
True
so right now that's why it's important to pray over your food.
Right.
It's important to take the vitamin supplements as best as you can. And it's just important
to try. Is that the Alderman? Alderman, how you doing? The garbage cans on the corner here, they've been gone for a couple of months. Wondered if you could bring the garbage cans back on the corner. I mean, that's what's been happening to them. Okay.
Well, that's why you put a chain on the ground. But, you know, they want our shit to look garbagey anyway. So that was that one. I want to answer your question about the word nigga. Do you know the etymology? You know what the word etymology means?
The origin of the word.
Exactly. Do you know what the etymology of nigga is?
No.
All right, well, let's go to the scriptures. This is Acts, the 13th chapter, the first verse. All right? Now there were in the church that was in Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger, and Lucius of Cyrene.
Where is that at?
Acts 13:1.
Acts 13:1.
Right. Okay. And Lucius and Cyrene and Manaen, that had been brought up with Herod the tetrarch and Saul. Now they spelled this Niger.
Oh, like Niger.
You're right now, but let's go look at the what do you call it when
etymology?
No, the enunciation of the word. All right, and I'm gonna see about this kind of dark.
So that's Acts 13:1.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't see it from there. All right. This is the word neither. They give you the phonetic.
Okay.
See that?
Okay.
What's the phonetic on that? Now, if you put two E's together after an N, what does that sound? Ni. If you put two E's after a B, what's that sound? B.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. If you put two E's after a C, it's E. C, whatever, right?
Okay.
So they put two E's after the N on the phonetic enunciation, which is Niger.
Okay.
So it's not Niger.
Okay.
It's Niger.
Okay.
And let's look at the definition. Niger.
According to Thayer definition.
Okay, well, the strong definition. Okay. I'm glad for it. Black. Okay. That's a simple.
But I guess
no, wait, hold on. And so it's black. Now, what other word come from that? Negro, from Latin.
Right.
Which means what? Black.
Okay.
All right. The word simply means black.
But you don't say black. You say that.
Because first of all, first of all, we grew up with the word.
Okay.
White man has used it.
Hunky.
You know
with the word hunky too.
Right.
But you don't hear hunky a lot.
I mean, because I'll call a hunky a hunky. Then again, I call him a red devil. I'll call him a devil.
Redneck.
I'll call him a Satan. I'll call him a demon. I'll call him all kinds of names.
Well, I guess my question, to be more specific, you're an intelligent man. You know that the word has a negative connotation.
That's out of ignorance, though. That negative connotation is out of ignorance.
Okay.
And it's only negative if it's another nation calling us that. And it's perceived as negative because niggas don't know what the word means.
So you saying when you're using it as a term of endearment?
No, I'm using that as the word nigga just means black man.
Okay.
It just simply means black man.
Now I understand. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because now I can go say this, my black people, my black man. But we're actually really Hebrew Israelites.
Okay.
But then Paul, it's a scripture in the Bible that talks about Paul. He says, when I talk to the wise, he speaks kind of wise. When he talks to the layman, he might speak in layman terms.
Okay.
If he talks to someone who's not that bright, he's going to dumb himself. He basically condescends himself on whatever level somebody else is on.
Right.
Every nigga know what the word nigga means, and they call themselves nigga, so I'm going to say nigga. And if they ask, like you asked, then I'm going to break down the etymology. So, hey, actually the word nigga just means black.
Okay.
Just how they say we're the Moors, right? If we go into this word right here, I mean, this book, Nature Knows No Color Lines.
Yes, J.A. Rogers.
Right? And we go look up some of the German families, names of Negro, different families.
But you know what I'm saying? If a bunch of Mexicans were addressing each other, a prominent Mexican, he ain't gonna say, hey, my wetbacks, my wetbacks.
They do the same thing in a certain term, you know, in a way like that, as a term of endearment.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? They'll call themselves spits, you know what I'm saying?
Amongst each other.
And that's the same thing that we
So
do.
you're saying if it was whites around here, you might not be coming with that?
No, I'm still coming out. I don't care. Because it doesn't mean that. Now, just because someone is ignorant and don't know the truth, I'm not going to dumb myself down and kind of police my own speech.
So you're just saying that word for you is completely legitimate?
Man, the word nigger means black.
No problems with the word.
I don't, and if a so-called white man came here, nigger, I'm like, well, I am black. You know what I'm saying? Because the word black, is more important to the scripture, just means dark and of the earth.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They not.
Now,
They have no melanin in their skin.
Right.
So they can't say that.
But other words like Sambo,
I wouldn't get offended by anything a white man says.
watermelon eater,
Not one thing white. You know what offends me?
anybody, you don't care what color they
Let me tell
are.
you something. You know what offends
Anybody,
me?
I'm saying.
What offends me is I'm still over here in slavery by these bastards. I'm offended that they treated the Most High, changing his name, teaching false doctrine, all those things they do to my people. You can call me what you want. You know what I'm saying? And according to the scriptures, they killed the prophets. They made fun of the prophets and did all kind of matter of evil to the prophets.
Right.
And matter of fact, it's in the curses as well. Let's be going back into Deuteronomy 28.
But you know, and I know that words have power.
Well, if you give them power.
And
Yeah, words definitely have power and contain power. But
a curse is a curse because the words being used are defaming negative words.
Well, check this out. This is Deuteronomy 28. And see what verse it is. Give me 1 second. Because this is actually part of the curse too. Well, I'll start off this one. This is not the one I want yet, but I'll find it. This is Deuteronomy 28:20. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. All right? And this is Deuteronomy 28:37. Yeah. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall be. Now I said, thou shalt become an astonishment. That's desolation. That's an amazement. That is, what the hell? All right? All right, but it's also, if we go into that word, astonishment, to my knowledge, it goes down to desolation as well. And let me double check. That real quick. So I'll make sure I'm accurate in what I'm saying. Deuteronomy 28 and 37.
And them Koreans is making them some money doing them nails.
Man,
they just flocking up in there.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This is astonishing.
That's
right.
astonishing.
This is astonishing. It's the Hebrew word shema, which means waste, horror, appallment, a waste of land or a city, appallment or horror, consternation, astonishment, desolation, waste, a wonderful thing. And wonderful don't mean necessarily great.
Right, a wonder.
It's wonderful. Right. So that's what our people have become, right? And a proverb. And when you hear motherfuckers like, make sure you keep your daughters away from niggas because they only gonna do is get them pregnant. That's a proverb, you know what I'm saying? Or, when niggas come into the store, make sure you put the camera on them because they always steal.
Watch,
you know what I'm saying? All right? And a byword, which is like porch monkey, you know what I'm saying? Gorilla, apes,
Sambo,
you know what I'm saying? And all of the millions, we got a million of them, they got us. But this is part of the curse. Now, I'll call my own person a Sambo coon ass nigga. I call niggas coons all the time. Because you know what? You act like a fucking coon, you're a fucking coon. Just like you saw Django, right?
heard about it.
You didn't see it?
I'm done with Hollywood, man.
Hey, you need to watch Django.
Well, they said you need to watch Malcolm X. You need to watch Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. You need Hollywood will